Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Cat Herder. Other than keeping your pants on, that's the world's most difficult job. Am I right? We're kicking things off with a shuffler special. We do have a synthesizer and a helm along with double Wickerfolk. The junker is good, but we'll have to wait a bit to play it out. Keep your pants on. The opponent is on plan Toxic. It's amazing that people are still trying this strategy. It's like they are stuck in early 2023. We'll play out one of our Wickerfolk. Hopefully he doesn't get turned into a wicker chair. Stay strong, bro. To our horror, we have a junker and a 3 steps ahead on top. Those are not lands. Let's can them both and hope to draw into a third land. They play out their main man. Things could get very interesting, depending on what they've got in hand. The shuffler is hilarious. That's not a third land. Let's play out our second Wickerfolk and check out what we've got on top. That's another junker and a haunt the network. All our lands are probably at the bottom. We'll have to win with Wickerfolk. They drop in the double strike Toxic guy, but note the opponent missed a land drop. The shuffler hates us both. We draw a third land. Without the Wickerfolk, we would have had to draw 4 non-lands before we got a third land. Don't skimp on our favorite wicker chairs, boys. Let's throw down our synthesizer, and on top, we have a Wickerfolk and a land. We'll keep the land and send the Wickerfolk to the bottom. The opponent is still stuck on 2. Should have been playing the Wickerfolk, bro. They saved our precious tush this game. It would be awesome to throw down the junker now. But the best play is the helm, then follow it up with the guardian. And we can play out the junker on our next turn for only 1 mana. With our men clogging the ground, we can send in the Wickerfolk for some face slaps. They are totally stuck on 2 lands. They haven't given up, but it's GG's. There's no way they can hold back the tide of Robot Overlords. Our Surveil land shows us another land on top, and we'll slide it on over. Swipe left, boys. We'll drop our junker and take out one of their men. You know, we have to hit their main man. That fool can't be allowed to keep breathing. Get gone, girl. We'll send everyone who can hit for damages. They'll have to block at least one of our men. Damages, bro, damages. The shuffler gave us this one, but we did have the double Wickerfolk to bail us out of the early jam. Otherwise, this game would have looked very different. The Wickerfolk are the stars this game. Let's end the game with Haunt the Network. The internet is haunted now and it knocks out the opponent. GG's, bro. This is Bugsy living in the UK. No, wait, it's Briggsy. Bro, there's a Muppet on your shoulder. We get a 3-lander this time around, and we've got a loaded hand. Turns 2, 3, 4, and 5 are set, and all we need is a 4th land or for our Optimizer to survive. Keep smashing opponents. It's time for the Optimizer to get in there. Up next, we'll play out our synthesizer, then copy it with 3 steps ahead, and finally we'll drop in the helm and hopefully make a synthesizer copy right away. We'll go with our factory this turn, on schedule. Bugsy's eyes are going to Bugsy right out of their skull. On top, we have our 4th land and a 3 steps ahead. We'll move the land to the top. We'll want it available for us 2 turns from now. They drop their synthesizer. I knew it. You can't tell me fried chicken doesn't smell like fried chicken. We'll play out our helm this turn. It's a little earlier than I had hoped, but with them on synthesizer as well, we want to bring the pressure as fast as possible. They play out a snare, which is a problem since we can't snipe it. They get their first Robot Overlord, and it's only a matter of time before someone bends knee to the other. Let's hope it's not us. We'll throw down the Junker and smash their first Robot Overlord. They fire off Bounce, but they must not be familiar with the Helm. Sure, we can't attack in this turn, but we'll keep a Robot Overlord on board. If we can do that, we have a chance this game. They touch their vault. It's their precious. Activating it will cost them most of their turn, and they can only look at the top 3. We've already got 6 artifacts in play. Why you so slow, bro? We draw a land, which is fine. We have enough mana now to make a copy of the Helm and activate one to make another Robot Overlord. We'll use the newest Robot Overlord to get behind the wheel of the demonic Junker, and we can get in there for damages. Big damages, bro. Heal yourself. We beat their life total down to 1. Even the Wickerfolk could end this game now. They surveil away a land. Smart move. Lands are not going to save you this game. A glyph bridge is their play. That will end our Robot Overlords, but it keeps the Optimizer in play. We'll play out the Wickerfolk just to see what we've got coming up. Another Synthesizer would have been nice, but it's time drop the Junker hammer on this fool. We'll fire off our 3 steps ahead and make a token copy of our Junker, and we'll snipe their Robot Overlord. With them at 1 life, we can send in the Optimizer for the final slapdown. This is more tea. He must be British. All he wants is more tea. Very crafty, bro. We get a 4-lander with a Synthesizer and a Helm, but Haunt the Network is the card that's going to kill them. Bro, better be warming up a cup of tea. Bro throws down a forest, then plays out a Basilisk Collar. Mono green Synthesizer, I bet. Our Surveil land shows us an Optimizer on top. It's more mana, which we have plenty of already, but it's also an artifact, and it'll get us 5 mana on turn 4. Let's keep it. They play out a Doll Shop. My pants almost dropped. We'll play out our Optimizer. With any luck, he'll live to actually get in a hit or 2 and tap for some mana. A Wormlet? Should have kept it in your pants, bro. This is a family show. We draw a Wickerfolk, but this turn belongs to the Synthesizer. Let's check out what we've got on top. That's a Terror and another Wickerfolk. I do like them both, so we'll keep them, and in that order. They play out a Salvager. It's decent, but their growth is slow and takes a lot of effort to build up, while our Robot Overlords will multiply in strength and numbers rather easily. Alright, time to lay down the law. We'll drop the Helm this turn and get our first Robot Overlord. We even have the mana to make a copy of it for double the Robot Overlord fun. And you know how we love to put the FU in fun. They play a Steel Angel? That's very nice, bro. Tell me more. They give the wormlet flying, and I'm afraid we're going to have to take 3. Those damages are real. At the end of their turn, we'll make a copy of our Robot Overlord. With 2 of them, we'll be able to deliver some pain. Time for the terror to come on in. Drain and gain will be in full effect. Prepare your shorts, bro, for a staining. Let's send in our Robot Overlords. I highly recommend blocking up, bro. They offer up their smallest men, but at least they've kept their life at a solid 24. Another salvager, that's good, bro. You can make yourself a fresh set of blockers. I like it. The angel gets vigilance, so it can attack and block when the time comes. Bro is making strategic sense. The question here is if we want to block up the wormlet or just take the damages. It is only 7 after all. We've got a heap of drain and gain coming and more Robot Overlords as well. In the end, I think it makes sense to take down one of their men and reduce their numbers while we continue building up. Let's eat their gummy worm, but make another Robot Overlord to offset the damages from the angel. We get a guardian and we'll play him out. This only adds to our board and we continue to pile up artifacts. A haunt the network in a turn or 2 could prove very painful if not lethal. The Wickerfolk shows us a land and winter on top. We'll slide the land on over. Prepare yourself, bro. Winter is coming. They scoop it up like a champ. GG's, bro. This is Lard tore his mean hoe. What are you even trying to say, bro? We get one of those amazing 3-landers. We've got triple 3 steps ahead and an optimizer. That's like 9 steps ahead. Surely we can win a race being 9 steps ahead. Keep your hopes up. Our surveil land shows us a synthesizer on top. That's how we do it, boys. We'll play the raceway, then drop in our optimizer. Also, zoom, zoom. No way, that's a second synthesizer. The shuffler hates you, bro. We're getting the best stuff out of our deck. Let's hit them first and see if they react. They do have some blue mana, so they might have a counter. Everything seems to flow rather smoothly, so we'll drop our synthesizer down. On top, we have a swamp and a Wickerfolk. Let's keep the land, but we'll send the Wickerfolk on down. We'll want more stuff to trigger our synthesizers. They play their own synthesizer, but they're a bit behind seeing as how we went first. We'll play out our second synthesizer and get our first Robot Overlord. On top, we have a land and winter. He could be useful, so we'll keep him, but send the land on down. Let's get in for hits. Also, zoom zoom. The Thousand Moon Smithy. Haven't seen that in forever. It was the thing to play before Synthesizer came along. Let's make a token copy of one of our synthesizers. We will not be out-synthesizered this game. On top we have Double Guardian. That's more synthesizer triggers for only 1 mana. We will be applying Metal Feet to the opponent's rear end. Let's send in our first Robot Overlord and test their blocking skills. They play a Glyph Bridge to clear out the board of Robot Overlords, but we've got ways to generate more in hand and on top of our deck. They got one Robot Overlord, but with one Guardian down, we get 3 and they're twice as big as theirs. Size does matter, boys. We'll leave up mana to make a surprise synthesizer in case they go for a board wipe effect again. If they tap out to clear the board, it'll be GG's. They go for a Helm, we'll let them have it. It's a minor advantage that might seem big for them, but we've got a monster play coming. They tap out to make a copy of one of their Robot Overlords, and for the moment, their men are bigger than ours. All right, time to stay 9 steps ahead. We'll make another synthesizer copy. They smell what the Sharkman is cooking and hit the road. We can't be out-synthesized. GG's. This is Cheech and Chong. No, wait, it's Cheech OV7. What are they looking at? Hey, my eyes are up here. We get a shuffler special with an okay mix of cards. We do have a Wickerfolk to help us find more lands, but we have an island and 0 other plays. Mull. Then we get the same 2-lander, but this time we get a swamp. Shuffler is high AF tonight, boys. The Wickerfolk might be able to bail us out of this one, so we'll keep. The Helm is the least useful of our cards early in a game, so we'll slip it on down. All right, Wickerfolk, do your thing. On top, we have an island and Winter. You can never tell how good Winter is going to be, but this time around, we'll keep him under the island. They play out a Loam speaker. The Loam might be coming to give us a chat? Well, okay then, we'll play out the Optimizer, then get in for a hit with the Wickerfolk. Also, zoom zoom. An ankle biter? Bro might be death touch and toxic. Well, that is unexpected. They used their ankle biter to take out our Wickerfolk. What they should have done was taken out the Optimizer. We'll play out the Terror, and with its gain and drain, we can automatically zoom zoom. Well, serve up a ham bone, they play out a Predator. Sniping opposing artifacts is what it does. I suppose that's why they wanted to clear out the Wickerfolk. The timing of that land is absolutely perfect. Now we have enough to drop in a Junker and snipe their Predator. None of that flying horse meat around here, bro. Also, zoom zoom. They save their Predator with a timely snakeskin veil. It's all lining up rather nicely for them. A creeper? What kind of conglomerate of men is this? It's like a random draft deck. Predator comes in for a hit, and we fully suspect they'll take out our Terror. We draw a Synthesizer, but we have to take out the Predator first. It's time to try the Junker one more time. This time it connects. That's right, get gone, girl. We'll smell you later. Ren decides to come on in and join the party. Why, sure, of course they have Ren.
I burn with power! My voice beckons to all worlds.
You do what now, bro? Sure. We'll kill off a land. That sounds like a legit move to me. They love not having cards in hand. Gotta try so hard. We draw a helm as well to go along with our synthesizer. Let's play it out and we can follow it up with winter. On top, we have another synthesizer and a land. We'll send the land on down. That's going to be enough to get us some Robot Overlords, and we can start delivering some pain. With winter in play, sniping our artifacts will be painful. They go for the almighty tap on winter, but we'll crew up before he goes down for a nap. They're not really going to send in their land again, are they? I didn't think so.
Stand with us.
Playing out the synthesizer would get us one Robot Overlord, but playing out the helm lets us make a copy of our first Robot Overlord. That's much better this turn. Next time we can drop in the second synthesizer and keep making clones. That's the problem with playing ankle biters. You draw ankle biters.
I must fight back.
That's the last hit their creeper gets. Now he has to turn into something they have on board. An ankle biter. Nice, bro. Very nice. We draw another terror. Things are going to get very scary for our bro here. I think we still have to go with our synthesizer plan this turn. We need numbers. On top, we have a 3 steps ahead and an optimizer. We'll ship the optimizer, but we can always use the 3 steps ahead. We'll send in the Robot Overlords. They will have to block at least one. They block up with their ankle biters. Sure, we'll lose our attackers, but we can always get more Robot Overlords. They even play Ivy. What on earth is bro thinking?
At last.
Of course they go for the Predator, but we're so strong now we can afford to lose a synthesizer. It's gonna rain ankle biters. We'll have to work up our numbers to be able to punch through. Let's copy it up in here. We'll make a Junker copy and smash their Predator. Let's get in there for damages. Once again, we'll lose our men, but we've got more on the way at the end of their turn. We should be able to outnumber them in a couple of turns. It's the ankle biter army come to town. But to me, it looks more like a circus. You can't win with clowns. Bro, swings in with Ivy. Did they just oopsie poopsie? Bro, you're going to need all the blockers you can muster. Yeah, that is a fatal error. Let's make a copy of our junker and take out their predator. Didn't I say we didn't want that on board? We've got 4 Robot Overlords, each of which is lethal, and they've got only 3 blockers up. Ankle biters make you weak in math. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the shark man bite. Also GG's, and that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.